Hello everybody and welcome to Jet TV. This is part 11 of my Kroq-Gar campaign. So I've just fended off the Chaos armies which were trying to stop my ritual from happening, and I'm just moving Kroq-Gar back up here because the orcs here have decided to go to war with us, and vampires up here have been raiding my lands. So I'm going to push forwards and try and take control of the north of this continent to an extent. Now, the humans, squishy humies up here, filthy warm bloods, I'm going to try and stay friends with. If I can, we'll see how they're doing. I prefer to have a buffer between me and the High Elves. Don't really want them coming down and invading, and I want to actually get over to Lustria because there's a lot more for me over there than there is up in Ulthuan, which I could move into, but that'd be a hard slog, which I want to avoid. Right, anyway, so I've just started moving Kroq-Gar up. Sorry about that. And as you can see, I've got my army of monsters here, so I'm going to try and build up a new army. So let's just sort these guys out. Now let's actually just check what this lord who came with this army's good at. What does he have? Any bonuses? He has no bonuses, so he can lose a few troops to this, and he can take a few stegodons. I'm going to keep the Bastillodons. I'm going to probably drop these Bastillodons actually, because they're not particularly high level. However, yeah, I'm just going to drop these for now, just to help my income a bit. And he can go up here back to Temple of Skulls, and this guy can stay here for now. Let's have a look. Probably do want to get a few more units here. That's probably enough cavalry for the time being, however. Let's pop a couple of chameleon skinks in here, and get a couple more spear infantry for the time being. Okay, let's just have a quick check. Got this guy out here patrolling the sea still. Probably want to put him on shore somewhere just to get some HP next. And 10k worth of treasure off him, which is I'm not going to complain about. Right, let's have a quick look around my cities. Let's get upgrading then. Let's waste that money I just got. That's the other thing I probably do want to look for, is more ritual resource sites. Now, I don't actually know if there's any more up here, and I'm not sure where they are on the map. So we'll, as time goes on, I dare say we'll see a few. I don't know if that indicates one. I know there are some up in Mazamundi's lands, but I don't particularly want to go to war with Mazamundi. So anyway, we'll keep moving along. We could get in a position where I can send a small expeditionary force over there as well. Mazamundi wants to talk here, and he does want a trade agreement with me, which will be... he'll get more out of it, but I'm happy to accept. Oh, I can afford the 900 to keep Mazamundi happy and on side for the time being, because I would like to confederate with him later on. And this is the intervention army I sent over to deal with the Skaven a while back, which is still just wandering around smashing their territories. I actually think this intervention army might be going to go and destroy the Clan Pestilence on its own. And these orcs want peace again, which isn't going to happen. Okay, so a rite of Sotek performed. And we've upped some tech. Now that wasn't me doing that rite, that was someone else. So construction of buildings. Oh, we'll get the tablet of order because that's the next one we want to go through though. No, we're going to go through Tablet of Order because I am heading towards some of these buildings. Scrying Pool, Shrine of the Old Ones, and a geometric pylon. Geometric? Geomantic! Right, so let's have a look. Shrine of the Old Ones. Where's the Scrying Pool? So I don't necessarily need them all in one place. So what's the difference? If they unlock the same thing. So Shrine of the Old Ones. It's Public Order, Untainted, and Income. And the post-battle loot. So they're both good. Ideally I would like to get both long run, but we'll see. And obviously the Beast Layer is something I also want to start pushing out soon. How far am I off being able to get my Slan Mage? One turn, and we're going to get a Slan Mage Priest out as well. This is just a small defensive army at the moment. I'm going to colonise rather than do a treasure hunt. Get this one being rebuilt. Let's have a look. Now I am building military stuff in this territory, so I might actually keep this clear for... Ooh. I'm going to go straight onto that, because as I mentioned, I'm going to be moving my military production over to the Red Rivers and Zlatlam. I am very tempted to push in and destroy the elves as well for this city, but they are good allies at the moment, and they are trading with me. So
what do you want?
We will leave them for now, but they are somebody I probably do want to keep keeping an eye on. There is something here, and I reckon it's the one of the undead factions. Right, where am I moving him? Let's get him into the coast because I want to be exploring and meeting all the factions along here, but preferably not the vampire ones. Gained a nice banner, which I always forget to use my banners, so it's not necessarily the most useful thing. And I can put another edict down in that region now. Just have a look. I'm already getting that one out. I don't need any of them at the moment. Could always give it more defences, however no, not for the moment. I'm going to go for a Stonemaker to increase the production in this region. Now, Kroq-Gar will probably be getting more defences because, as you saw, if these remain my best cities, this is probably where I'm going to get my next ritual. Same as the last two times, Chaos will drop around here. I don't really want to have to replace that city every time Chaos drops. What does Mazamundi want this time? A non-aggression pact, and he's going to pay me. I will take that. Ooh, we have Clan Pestilence actually trying to do something. They are recapping their cities now behind my intervention force, who is now walking back up to give them a good kick. I think my the Lizardmen over there are probably quite happy with my intervention army wandering around smashing the Skaven, as is Telik, probably the second major main high elf faction, which spawns over on the far side of Lustria. I do think there might be a bit of a war going on there between them, because they do hold the Blood Swamps, which looks like vampire territory to me, though that could just be a creep of their of their corruption over. What are these guys doing? They're pushing up into here again. I'm actually going to pause this because I'm going to put all the enemy stuff onto high level and fast animations going on. Enemies I will leave on fast, but anybody neutral I'm just going to pop straight onto fastest, because I don't really care what's going on with these guys. And allies I'm going to leave on neutral, on fast as well. So that should speed up our end turns a little bit. Okay, so we've got a new thing. So do I want my people to charge in, which gives me more leadership, but my replenishment rate's lower? I don't need to give them that sort of buff at the moment. It's got very little benefit for me. Right, let's move these guys up to start taking these cities. We've got a couple more levels. Let's up the Comet. I've not really been... Oh, no, I did say I wanted to get these. So let's give him some more missile resistance.
The foul taint of this place weakens your warrior.
Okay, he's just letting me know that there is corruption here, which will weaken and kill my people and damage them. It could be that that's Skaven, but if we look at the corruption in this region, and the type of region, I suspect it's vampiric. Right, we do have some more damage buffs, I believe, for this guy we've not used. I was looking at the wrong guy there. So a bit more damage out for him as well. And let's start pushing this way. And I'm going to be going to war and taking these guys on. We've got corpse carts, and some Black Knights, so it could be an interesting battle. I don't think it's going to be too hard with that army I've got there. Okay, so the Golden Tower has leveled up. Let's get that one up again, because that is my main settlement there. Well, it's not the main settlement, but it's the one I want to be really strong. And let's keep moving down the coast here, and we've got a mysterious island to head out to. I'm going for campaign at the moment, simply because... Oh, that's good. So, more movement rate. Generally you get things like replenishment, which is good. But that is still good for any time I'm fighting a campaign. Let's see if these guys can do anything. At some point I want to start confederating other factions, but they're not going to accept that at the moment. We'll take a trade agreement. Bad defensive alliance, no. These guys will... The more I can do here, the more I can push them. And if I can take these guys, as you just saw, there is a rich resource site. Let's pop out to the strategic map. Rich resource site there, which I would quite like. Whereas I'm not sure if there's going to be many more up here. There might well be. And as we push forwards, we will find out. And I can now summon a Slan Mage Priest. Where did he come in? Somewhere I can summon a Slan Mage Priest. Oh, it adds it to my recruitment pool. So a level 3 Tarsic Slan Mage Priest who is cunning. So let us recruit him. And I've not had one of these guys before. Obviously Route Marcher first, and then I want to go down this magic. Does he have... Oh no, you don't get... You only get Ruination of Cities with Mazamundi. However, this guy is effectively just a very powerful spellcaster, so he is going to be very beneficial to me, though he does seem to have fairly similar spells, so passive ability, constant -8 leadership, and vase protection, so a nice buff there. Right, let's move this army into his. I am sorry, mate. You are going to be. Actually, no. I'm going to swap you around with this guy. 'Cause right, so that's nice. These guys can hold here for the moment until we've completed this ritual. And that is our end turn. And Kroq-Gar is going to be mine next turn. We're going to open the first steps of this war. Oh, have the dwarfs lost? And my intervention army is wandering around, knocking over Skaven cities again. I think it's going to be doing that for quite a while. I'm more than happy to give these guys military access. If I can confederate with them, it will be very good. It will make me incredibly powerful, however, which I'm not going to complain about. The Kroq-Gar have not lost yet. But I think that battle is going to continue, and at some point I'm probably going to take out those dwarfs as well.
The foul scent of vermin permeates this place, my lord.
Yeah, he's just complaining because we do still have Skaven corruption down here, which is slowly going down, but it takes a while to get rid of unless I put a hero there. But my people are happy, so I'm not going to do it. Right, cheeky save before we start this war. I don't think these guys are too powerful for me, but you never know. So let's declare war. I call my allies to help. I don't think I really need them. Okay, that's a nice easy auto-resolve. I don't even need the siege equipment. Okay, so that's that one taken. Let's move forward and just settle here now. I might well get attacked very quickly, but we'll see what happens. In fact, I'm going to go on a treasure hunt. Scavengers. Whilst searching through the ruins of a city, almost levelled by war, you notice an unfamiliar band of scavengers picking carefully through the ruins. Potentially this is not good, as one wrong word could see you all dead. How do you wish to proceed? You can avoid conflict, give them a wide berth, offer to help, or attack the thieves. So yeah, we beat them off, they ran away, and we got a nice sword. And my guy leveled up. As has Kroq-Gar again. Kroq-Gar is getting quite tough now. So we've got, he can become an honoured elder, which gives us +1 order for all provinces, war save, even cheaper Saurus and Cold One units, and Temple Guard when I get them. So that's a no-brainer for me, which just helps my income a bit. Now I've not got as many Saurus warriors in here as I used to have because I'm moving on, but it is still a very powerful army. Let's keep buffing up my geomantic web. Let's have a look what else I can afford. I might get to the point where I start throwing defensive buildings into here, into these cities anyway, simply to so I don't have to worry about them as much when things do start going on later on. Okay, so we're on him again. There is a mysterious island for me to look at. Again, we're going for campaign stuff at the moment. which means we get more replenishment. We'll start heading back towards the coast to find out who is down and around here, which I suspect is Skaven. Now let's see if I'm any closer to any of these guys wanting to confederate. I imagine it's going to take a while before any of them do. And the High Elves are currently doing a ritual. Now, I don't have the money to stop them just at the moment, and last time I did that, they had a very powerful army in Lothen. Lothen is a very well-defended city, so it would probably just get stomped on. And as you can see, I am pushing towards my next ritual very quickly already. If I can get myself another ritual resource site, I will really start pushing ahead in this campaign, which is quite nice, because in my other campaign, which I'm not streaming, I am actually slightly behind. We're right at the end, and the Dark Elves are just in front of me, which is not good. What are the dwarfs doing? They are just holding on there. And these guys are already suing for peace. Isn't gonna happen, guys.
The taint of undeath festers in this place.
Okay, so again, he's letting me know about corruption in the region, which I don't really need to worry about. Let's colonise this one and get this one upgrading, and we'll push over to the coast soon.
Your man gods and dubious masters have no place.
Let's offer them a non-aggression pact, as well as the knights up here. That's a Bretonnian faction. Let's find them.
Bow before the rightful lords of this land.
I already have a non-aggression pact with them, but I'd like to get a trade agreement if I can. Now, do I just push straight on, or do I wait for a little bit of regen here? I think I push up to here, because this is also technically part of this territory. And then so I can capture all of this territory, then I can work out where I want to push to next. And let's push back towards the coast. Now, is this a ritual resource site? If it is, yes it is. So that is my next target, which I think means that... Where did I see it? I did see, which means that this is also probably a ritual resource site. So I do want to push up, but I'm going to start building an army to sail across the sea and invade, which will probably be led by my new Slan mage, Tarsik, who will go out there and start destroying the Skaven again. Let's get him a couple more skink priests, a couple more chameleon skinks, and then we need to get him a couple of heroes next turn. Can I recruit a second priest yet? I don't think I can, and I don't necessarily need to, because I've already got him as my magic user in there, so I'll give him a Saurus Old Blood. And one of the other skinks, which are a ranged unit. So we'll have a look and see what I want and what I can get. Because having two mages would be quite cool, actually. Because the Lizardmen magic is nice. Right, Lord Kroq, I am not giving you a peace treaty. Especially while my intervention force is just wandering around in your territory, smashing you. Now, the Altar of a Horned Rat, I suspect, is held by... Who do you think is held by? Is going to be held by the Skaven. But that's not really an issue here. What's my current mission? I thought I'd already completed that battle with you guys. Yeah, that's a little odd. I'm sure I've already completed that battle with you guys, so I'm not sure if I pulled up the wrong save. Though we were in the same position, so I've definitely already recorded that, so I will probably just complete that one off stream then. Right, let's push forwards and take this place. I think this is going to be another nice easy victory for Kroq-Gar. And so yes, this, the Black Pyramid of Nagash, is another ritual resource site for me, so I will be pushing forwards to take this shortly. You know, some of these lovely vampiric towns. Now I do need to pay attention to my public order here, so I might not push forwards just yet. In fact, I'm going to try and throw a peace treaty with these orcs briefly. See if I can pull some money off them as well. Oh, they will accept that, so that's quite happy. Let's work out what to upgrade and where. Let's keep pushing up my geomantic web. Now this one does... It's income from buildings in this province, so that is quite useful, so I'm going to pop one in there. In fact, scratch that, I forgot what I'm meant to be doing this term. Which is recruiting some heroes. So, let's get myself a Sword of Scar veteran. Campaign movement range. I'm probably going to go for that, but we'll see what else my other options are. So, I'm going to go for campaign movement range, get him straight into the army. I'm going to straight down the damage, though training is always useful. And let me have a look. I'm going to grab myself a skink chief as well. These guys are our ranged units. +2 leadership to all the units in the army. Charge bonus isn't really beneficial for him, so we're going to go with confident. I might even go for replenished troops, but not to start with. Okay, so this army is going to be good and ready to go next turn once I can actually get these guys in, and we are going to go and invade Lustria here. While Kroq-Gar secures my northern territories. Now, this will get interesting when I start doing the next ritual, because I'm going to want to have armies at home as well. Alright, so better construction and better income. That's a very nice buff. And let's keep looking down, because now we've got Clan Pestilence here, so they are still quite big, even if my intervention army is running around and pounding them at the moment. And we've got new technology to recruit to research. Right. And let's get this place being upgraded, and I'm going to straight into income with you. Right, now let's just have a check and let's get some new things equipped. I'm fairly sure I've got some bits and pieces I can equip you with, which aren't equipped on others. So let's have a look. Armor and magic resistance, armor and melee defense. What's the passive ability? Now I'm going to grab that one. Let's grab the weapon strength, though he shouldn't really be getting into magic too much. Amulet of Itzel, so if he needs to, he can stop his damage. we're going to give him the Divine Plaque of Protection, and he has a casting thing I can do, so I can get the I can reduce their casting rate. I can give them a passive ability, Cube of Darkness, which is anybody within 100 meters. Trickster Shard. Let's just have a quick look through. Ooh, 10% cooldown on spells. Oh, it's not even a blue. However, Scroll of Leeching. Give myself another hex, and let's have a look. Oh, straight ancient plaques from all buildings. And let's give him this totem and the buff to Skaven, because he will be fighting Skaven. Okay, so that I believe is. Oh, we do have another level up for Kroq-Gar. I'm going to start popping into the red tree then. And for my skink. Oh, no, immortality. So now this is a really nice ability we've got in this one. This guy's got to level 20, so I spent a lot of time upgrading him. So now if he dies, I can re-recruit him after a few turns, which is very, very nice. I'm going to pop a few points into training, because it does help my army, especially when I'm recruiting new units, because they'll be slowly levelling up faster naturally as well. Right, I think we're in a good position here. I'm probably going to push over to the Springs of Eternal Life next. I'm going to finish off these guys, and then we'll probably look at going to war with the other vampire faction to get that ritual resource site. But I want to claim this area first and take down these guys. Okay guys, we're going to complete the ritual at the end of this turn. I will be quiet while the video plays. I will be ending this afterwards. Let's just see what Clan Pestilence are. It's not been the most interesting one because I've just been steamrolling through these guys, which is both good. It makes it an easier game, but it's bad for you guys because you're not getting to watch as much. And at some point the Skaven might defeat that intervention army, though I think it's going to take them a while. I want to know what happens if that faction dies while that intervention army is still up. I don't think I have a huge amount to worry about from these guys now. Oh, and what else are there after? No, I don't want to give you military access. You can stay in your woods. Okay, let's see what happens here, guys.
The Cosmos engine was activated as the plaques foretold. But it was not brute force alone that turned the gears. Knowledge was the spark of ignition. Ignorance is a chasm. Knowledge is the bridge that will deliver us from peril.
Okay, so we've completed the Ritual of Rumination. As the last of the ritual energy unfolds the Great Vortex, a triumphant cacophony arises from the temple cities. Skinks cry, with a mingle of rattle of drums, and the bellow of the great beasts as the slan raise their heavy little lidded eyes to survey the heavenly bodies. This is the same one we got, a bit of text we got last time, but so that's nice, and we've got it does, however, affect our reputation with other factions, so let's keep an eye on these guys. These guys are not liking me at the moment.
From welcome here.
So actually, I'm going to give you a nice big shiny gift to stay friendly with me.
Most astute.
Which appears to have not done much.
Wisdom awaits.
So I may get into a situation here where I have to deal with these guys at some point, and they might be able to invade quite heavily into my coast. So actually, I'm going to start building up the defences in these cities. So I'm going to start pushing into these defensive buildings next turn. And I am going to start building up another army over here. Look at my Slan there on his floating throne. How awesome! How cool is that? Right, he can double time it. To Zlatlan, where's the best place to launch this from? I want to head for the Temple of a Horned Rat. Yeah, so let's head up to here, where we can start our push across the sea from. I know I'm going to save my money for those defensive buildings. I will, however, do the economic building. Right, Mr. Kroq-Gar, let's start pushing again. I can't. Let's do a treasure hunt, however. Clearly a necromancer has been at work here. In the distance you see a small group of corpses crowded around the entrance to a ruined building. What brings the undead here? What can they possibly be guarding? Attack from range. Nice. Buff to leadership for this army. Not that it's really an army which is using much leadership. I've got a feeling all of these places along here are going to be Skaven cities. So take the campaign buff again. Right, and this guy is going to move down to Serpent Coast, where next turn I'm going to start pushing out a lot of them. Oh, route march first, always route march first, where I'm going to start pushing out a new army onto him as well. Now we've already started leveling this up. I do like the fact you get some abilities with these as well. Right, what do I want here? I'm not going to do anything just at the moment. Right, and that is it, guys, for this Let's Play. Next turn, I'm going to be pushing across the sea, and we will also be continuing our advance in the north here. So I'm stretching myself quite thin, so that's why I'm building up my second army for the next ritual. Thank you for watching. If you do have any feedback, please feel free to let me know. Keep it constructive, however, please. Thank you again for watching.